Hey everyone, my name is Alex Saladna, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Save for Later feature. So, not a lot of people know about this, but Save for Later allows you to take a open job, an active repair order, and move it to the Save for Later category. It's almost like shelving an RO, where you can then pull it back onto the active jobs later on when that RO is more relevant or you need to then start to apply stuff to it. But it can often cause a lot of confusions, and this is something that we have seen theft occur when users allow their managers to leverage the Save for Later feature, and nobody's really looking in or tracking that feature. So when used the right way, it can be really beneficial, but just know there's some risk associated with it too. So this is something that is more common with Techmetric. Shopware, some of the other management solutions might offer the Save for Later feature as well, but I know it's predominantly the problems have come from Techmetric. Now, like I said, it's a really good feature, but if not properly tracked or if people aren't aware of it, that's when you get problems. So jumping into it, if we have Save for Later, basically what we're doing is we have our repair order. I'm going to say this is RO number 2, right? I've got my RO number 2 here. We're adding stuff to it. Maybe I'm adding on brakes. I keep using that example, but we're going to use it again. I'm going to add on, a water pump, so on and so forth. And now we hit the pause button and we say, well, I want to move this to Save for Later. And if you're looking to see where that is, when you're looking on your RO, you'll see the 3 little dots on the top corner if you're looking at your job board. And if you click on those 3 little dots, that's when the drop down will come down. It'll say like authorize. I think it'll say Save for Later and delete. Save for Later is the one in the middle there. And then it's going to move that kind of to this, you can think of it like a bookshelf, where we have all our ROs that are now in that Save for Later category. Here's where the theft comes in, and here's where the problems happen. When this happens, now parts can still be added into an RO that is in Save for Later, but nobody has any insights into that repair order. It kind of becomes the same issue that we saw earlier with the open repair order dilemma, where if we're adding on parts to an RO and nobody's watching it because they don't think to watch it from the past quarter or from the past year, same goes with Save for Later, it opens you to potential problems. But the good news is this: just like anything else, Techmetric makes some awesome user-based controls. You can go in there, you can set up the proper controls to keep people from having the ability to use the Save for Later feature, or to have them ask for special permission from an admin, like a general manager or the owner, to then use that feature. This then allows you to not worry about that, having to constantly check that if that's something you don't want to do. Alternatively, if you do want to give them access to this, you just need to make sure that you're aware of what's being put in Save for Later, because just like anything else, that can cost you money, because now we're able to add on parts to these ROs. You're not keeping track of it. They don't have to be open. They don't have to be closed. And then on top of that, they can even be deleted as well, leaving no trace whatsoever of that repair order to begin with if it's inside Save for Later. So there's a lot of things to think about with that, and a lot of things to dig into when you're setting up the controls and the permissions inside of your Techmetric instance that can make your life much, much easier and save you a lot of time, depending on what you allow these these managers or your own employees to use and leverage.